Hello folks, welcome to Judge Vannan, brought to you by Walkie Talkie. In this episode where we're talking about court cases minus lawyers, or in brackets legal representation. Is it actually legal or not? The quick answer is it's 100% legal. Nothing says anything otherwise. So this style of court case, there is what you call a local term for it. I was talking to someone the other day about this. There's a snake court or something, but I'm not going to settle on that phrase I just said. But ultimately, yes, these cases are quite prevalent at the moment with the Humza useless hate crime law enablement. Where people, let's say John Doe gets accused of saying something of a racist variety, the police come up to his house, they arrest him, and another set of police come up and take his digital equipment away until the court case, and then throughout the whole procedure from start to finish, right, he is not allowed a lawyer. Instead of the kind of back and forth thing legally, as in a conversation between him and his lawyer and the judge, there's this communication where he's just been barked at. Right, he's had his equipment taken off him, as in TV, laptop, etc. And it only gets released after the court date. Right, but devices have had their downloads done, and also the police write to the guy's employer. He loses his job, he loses a source of income, he has to sign on, but he doesn't get a payment for, 8 weeks, because there's been a criminality layer attached. So he accrues the best part of £4,000 worth of debt, nearly loses his house until he actually pays it up, the debt. In the courtroom, like every stage prior, he is denied access to a lawyer. Even paying, even paying to have a lawyer is not allowed. And it's weird, because no matter what a person has done, right, once upon a time you always had an attempt and an allowance to have legal representation, but in this case absolutely nothing. So basically, instead of the judge actually hearing all the factors that made the incident happen, he just brings the person in, warbles off to the accused, and then dumps something like 250 hours anger management, and our prerequisite be the alcohol management classes, we'll call it. I can't mind the actual name for it. Alcohol Anonymous. You can say somewhat see if it was what you call an open and shut case of that matter. Yeah, just get them in and fucking bark at them and then slap them with a punishment. But there's something even more messed up, right? Everyone who has a clean criminal history will have a contact to do jury work, right? You get a letter in, and the thing is, on the letter you've got a telephone number, and you've got to phone that number the day before you're meant to be in. let's say you vote it on, you get the actual date for you to do jury work is Monday, and it says phone after 1 PM on the Saturday to see if you've been picked, because there's always a group of numbers, e.g. 101 to 120, right? And you phone up a number and it says number 109 to 120 no longer needed, right? So that's like half the required number not needed, and your number is 114 or something, and you go to the actual jury date, and you sit in the room with, I would say, 50-60 people, and a weight off your shoulder happens, you get released, you're no longer needed for jury duty, right? But in recent times, jurors, whatever line, have changed the way they display their messages. They've got this woman who's speaking at, I would say, probably 220 syllables a second, right? And you have to phone it again to get another part of the message, because the way I did this with a friend, right, the message was so fast I couldn't pick it up. So what I did was I got a tiny little chunk on one call, the next chunk on the next call, and you can see where I'm going, rinse and repeat. A lot of people that have either learning difficulties or hearing difficulties would have a mammoth, horrendous struggle with, and a friend and I, who quite frequently talk about law matters, he actually told me in recent times there have been several people actually getting a knock on the door at the police, not on the door, there's the police, getting arrested, charged, and given, in one case, 200 hours because he misunderstood the vocal recording. And I said to him, I mean, that was absolutely shocking to hear about this Joe Anonymous who misunderstood the voice recording, and it's not like an AI voice, it's an actual real person, but I don't know how she could be speaking so that fucking fast. I just don't get it. I really don't. It's like, how the fuck is that possible? But anyway, it is possible. But and furtherly so, people struggle to interpret it right and think they're off the hook, and then they go on to continue their normal regular life, and then abracadabra, bring, two police at the door, cuffed, and they got him into the interview room, minus a lawyer again, might I say, and denied a lawyer throughout. And when it came to court, this person got 200 hours. I just don't get it. The traditional layout of a court case is, obviously you've got a plaintiff, a defendant, and you've got the defence for each. You've got a judge, maybe a learned friend or two, if it's maybe a technology related matter, but ultimately, yeah, people get represented. Not now. Absolutely not now. It's just, I mean, the thing is, this CS mad voice recording, it's far too fast, and it's got too much an accent to it as well. I know that's ironic, but hey, unfortunately, really, there's going to be a lot of people struggling with it. You know, hearing difficulties, learning difficulties, or people just generally not being able to decipher what's been said at 225 syllables a minute. You know, something needs to change, and it needs to change fast. I mean, removing the right of having a lawyer during a court case, that's unheard of. Pure and utter unheard of. But unfortunately, literally, it's just, you know, see if there was a lawyer in the room on these cases, it would be a bit of clarity why the person didn't turn up at the court for their jury duty. It's just, wow, what a bent world we're living in. And I just said that. I mean, if devil's advocate was applied and everyone had their representation at the right time, that guy got 200 community hours probably would actually be conditionally discharged or discharged altogether, because it was not a fault of his own. But just change it up a bit, get rid of the lawyer, and that changes the direction of the case altogether. It's absolutely sick. That actually makes me fear, because for instance, you have to be witness to something, then literally it's you against the judge, and that's absolutely not on. There we go, blocking the way. Aye, that's absolutely not on, and to be honest, everyone that goes in front of a judge needs representation. Even in mental health tribunal situations, you get a mental health officer, and you also get the advocacy project and stuff. But if this is what's happening with people not appearing at court for their jury, and the Humza thing, what's fucking next for zero lawyer involvement cases? I don't want to know. If you like the video, share, subscribe. Maybe if you're studying law under any capacity, have a listen and see how it got on. Let me know. Comments are on, of course. And until next time, catch you later.